Nestled in Western Europe, France beckons with a tapestry of history, culture, and global influence. Paris, the capital, stands as the beacon of sophistication with iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower. As the cornerstone of European Union, France built a robust and diversified economy boasting strengths in aerospace, automotive, pharmaceuticals, tourism, and luxury goods. Its agricultural prowess extends to being a leading with wine and cheese producer. Business in France is characterized by a blend of formality and respect, where building personal connections is paramount and decisions unfold at their own unhurried pace. The euro ranks as the official currency, reflecting France's commitment to EU integration. In France, bread, cheese, and wine are the staple foods, reflecting the rich culinary tradition. Although rice is not traditional food, it has gained popularity and is widely used in various dishes. In diverse and multicultural European areas, you can find cuisines that include rice. Overall, although not as important as bread or potatoes, rice has found a place in French cuisines, reflecting the country opening to diverse global culinary influences. Beyond its borders, France resonates globally, a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. It plays a pivotal role in shaping international diplomacy. Multinational companies leave an indelible marks across industries worldwide. From the charming cobblestone streets of Paris to the economic hubs of Lyon and Marseille, France's allure extends to cultural contributions spanning art, literature, and cinema, elevating its status as a captivating destination for international business exploration.
Cross-culture risks in France or any other country can arise from a variety of factors that stem from culture difference. It is important to note that cultures are diverse and generalization might not apply to every. Understanding some common cross-culture factors can help identify potential risks in a business or interpersonal context. In French business culture, people tend to be direct in their communication. This can be challenging for those used to more indirect communication style that may leading to the potential misunderstanding or conflict between them. To navigate this, it is important to be aware of these differences and adapt our communication style according to the country. In French work culture, there is a strong respect for authority and formalities due to the hierarchy business structure. This may be challenging for those used to flatter organization setup. Overall, approaching business in France with culture awareness and sensitivity is the key to mitigating the risks and fostering successful international collaboration.
Next, let's dive into the country factors in France that could lead to country risks that Eco-Brown should take into account before entering the France market. The risks that Eco-Brown should bear in mind before entering France market includes economic, legal, and also political risks. In terms of economic risk, the stability and solvency of the bank needs to be studied to ensure the stability of the business. In France, the solvency ratio of France's main banking groups are well above the regulatory requirements, and as of March 2023, the CET1 or the Common Equity Tier 1 ratio was 15.55% with an increase of 3.5% from the previous year and 1.2% decrease in risk-weighted assets. It is actually a good indicator for foreign businesses such as Eco-Brown to be established in France, as high solvency ratio indicates stability in the country. Other than that, the GDP in France have shown an increment over the years and is forecasted to increase even more in the future. As for the debt to GDP ratio, France have shown a gradual decreasing pattern after the COVID-19. However, the unemployment rate of the country is quite high, which is 7.4% as of the third quarter of 2023, which actually can affect the purchasing power of goods and services that includes the rice business of Eco-Brown. It is also known that euro currency is one of the strong currency worldwide, and since France use euro as their currency, it is ensured that having a company in France will result in a stable financial environment. Next is the political risk, and France is also known as a democracy country, so the government has partial to fully privatize most big companies but still have a strong presence in the sectors as power, public transport and also defense. In terms of legal risk, France have a good regulatory system as it has improved in transparency and also its accessibility to its regulatory system, which may help EcoBrown as a foreign company that wishes to enter France market. France is also a strong defender of intellectual property right, which can also act in favor of EcoBrown.
Beyond the iconic and historic Eiffel Tower, a complex financial landscape awaits EcoBrown. Now, let's dive into the currency and financial issues that could profoundly impact our French journey. Entering a new market is like navigating a treacherous ocean. One of the biggest challenges? Currency fluctuations. The ever-changing tides of exchange rates can impact costs, profits, and the entire cost of EcoBrown's operations in France. The appreciation or depreciation of the euro relative to the Malaysian ringgit can influence the cost of imports, exports, and other financial transactions for EcoBrowns. For example, if the euro appreciates against the Malaysian ringgit, EcoBrown's export to France may become more expensive, potentially affecting its competitiveness in the market. In September 2023, the unemployment rate in France was 7.4%. Comparatively, the Eurozone's adjusted unemployment rate was 6.4% in July 2023, while the EU's rate was 5.9%. This places France's unemployment rate higher than the average for the Eurozone and the EU. The rising unemployment rate may also indicate a decrease in consumer purchasing power, which could affect the demand for goods and services, including rice products. Next, France's national debt as a percentage of GDP was 111.8% in June 2023, according to Trading Economics. This places France among the countries with the highest government debt to GDP ratios in Europe, along with Greece, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. The debt to GDP ratio is an important indicator of a country's economic health, as it reflects the government's ability to pay back its debts. This raises concerns about its sustainability, especially in the face of rising interest rates. Last but not least, the political instability and economic uncertainty in France can lead to fluctuations in the value of the euro and affect the overall business environment. Social tensions and protests might disrupt business operations or create an unpredictable environment. This can make it challenging for companies like EcoBrown to predict future financial risks and make informed decisions about their operations in France.
Then we go into the commercial challenges that EcoBrown might face while entering and competing in the French market. Firstly, before entering the French market, EcoBrown must conduct a cost-benefit analysis, plan distribution and delivery routes to France, prepare all necessary documents and legal documents, collaborate with logistic company, and partner with local French company who will act as a representative of the parent company in France, while also sorting and marketing products. Following that, EcoBrown will monitor performance to ensure that all plants operate smoothly and accomplish the desired goals. Secondly, EcoBrown will be competing against some well-known rice brands in France and have become top of mind for customers. These brands are also owned by big companies in France or foreign companies that have entered the French market. Some of these include Tuele, Ben's Original, Le Sucre, and Carrefour. Therefore, EcoBrown must develop an effective strategy to attract consumers and take market share from large companies. Thirdly, EcoBrown must adhere to various French government and European Union regulations. Of course, France has some regulation to manage imported commodities entering the country, such as nominal limits of import and the payment of taxes. For further details, EcoBrown can refer to the EU 28 Gen Report E18074 for import procedures set by European Union. Aside from that, EcoBrown's product must meet the product requirement imposed by the French government and European Union. These standards include regulation governing product labels, packaging, food additives, trademarks, and manufacturing procedures. Aside from that, EcoBrown must send product samples to the government laboratory to confirm they match the established requirements. Fourthly, EcoBrown has to identify proper distribution channel to reach the targeted market. Grocery stores and supermarkets are two potential distribution channels. E.E. Leclerc, Carrefour, Les Mousquetaires, Intermarché, Auchan, and Monoprix are some of the top of mind for French people when they go shopping for their everyday needs including rice. Fifthly, EcoBrown must set a competitive price in order to compete with other French rice brands. Price for competing rice product range from €1.66 to €8.4 per kilogram depending on its quality. It should also be remembered that the price of rice in France could change every year, even though over the past 5 years, rice prices have been relatively stable in France and Europe. Lastly, EcoBrown must have an efficient marketing plan to attract customers to purchase. The most important aspect is that EcoBrown use French language in all of its marketing materials. Aside from that, it is important to embrace French culture so that customers can relate to the marketing messages and avoid things that are considered taboo or inappropriate in France. Moreover, in order to create trust, product quality must be conveyed in marketing communications, as French people place an importance on product quality above quantity. And then, EcoBrown must embrace environmentally friendly and sustainable features, as French society is highly aware of environmental issues. Finally, EcoBrown might want to consider collaborating with local French influencers to raise brand awareness, credibility, and attract wider customers.
The main question is, should EcoBrown enter France or not? So based on the analysis and observation made on France, it is agreeable that EcoBrown should consider going into France due to its strong economy, diverse industry, and also thriving tourism sector, and central location within the European Union. Despite having one of the highest debt and unemployment rate in Europe, the economy is proven to be one of the strongest due to its bank solvency throughout the years, as it can be a good indicator for foreign companies to start and have a secure financial system there. Their GDP and also GNP has also shown significant growth after the COVID-19, and foreign companies like EcoBrown can benefit from their intellectual property, as it is one of the important steps to keep the authenticity of products, especially for non-staple food like rice in France. EcoBrown should also pay attention to the cultural risk exposure, as the culture of the European countries would be different from Malaysia or Asian in general. However, it can be easily be overcome over time. Any commercial issue regarding competitor, logistic chain, competitive price, standard regulation can be overcome by establishing strategy to enter the market.
The first and the most important thing to do before entering France is to conduct an extensive market research to understand consumer preference, buying behavior, and market trend specific to the French market. EcoBrown should identify the key competitors and potential collaborators, like the main producer of rice for France in Camargue and the company Premium. With the research done, the product offering need to be aligned with the French preference. In order to overcome the issue of currency fluctuation and uncertainty, EcoBrown should use hedging strategy like option, forward, or future contract to minimize the impact of exchange rate fluctuation on EcoBrown cost and profit. With the analysis of the market preference, economic condition, and the market dynamic, they should be flexible with their product portfolio in the market of France by expanding or contracting product offering based on demand. They should be flexible in introducing new variety flavor or format while passing out underperforming ones. This can also be improved by considering partnership with local producer for unique blend or collaboration.